Today is November 17th, 2024, and this is our weekly update on the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas and Israel and Hezbollah. Shalom, my friends. This is the Kiryat Shmona with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. The war continues between Israel and terrorist organizations on its borders, Hamas in the Gaza Strip, Hezbollah in Lebanon, as well as other terrorist organizations or proxies of Iran in countries further away like Syria and Iraq, Yemen, and of course there still remains the threat from Iran. Fighting continues both in the Gaza Strip and in Lebanon, where forces are continuing their mission to completely deactivate and take away the ability and the capability of these terrorist organizations to shoot at and to harm Israel. Hamas has been majorly weakened in the Gaza Strip, but the fighting there does continue in certain enclaves in certain cities, specifically in the northern Gaza Strip. And unfortunately, this past week, soldiers have fallen in battle in the fight against the terrorist organizations there, who continue every now and then still are able to shoot rockets at Israel. We saw that happen a couple of times this past week. Israeli forces are fighting very, very hard to make sure that Hamas has no more ability to do such a thing, and that the civilians and the citizens of the southern region of Israel are safe in their homes and safe to return to their communities, specifically those communities right on the border with Gaza, who most of them still have not returned to their homes since the attack on October 7th, 2023. Fighting continues to go on in Lebanon, both from the Air Force and with ground troops. Israel constantly warning Lebanese civilians who are in areas or sometimes in the buildings where Hezbollah is hiding weapons or shooting weapons from to evacuate. Many evacuations have taken place over the past many weeks, as Israel is not targeting civilians, only the terrorists. And bombings continue to happen throughout the southern region of Lebanon, including the city of Beirut, taking out Hezbollah strongholds all along the way, weakening their position and weakening their ability to continue to attack Israel. Those attacks are still occurring, though, even with the IDF's major successes on the ground from the air in Lebanon. But Israel knew that Hezbollah had such a large stockpile of rockets going to this war, somewhere between 100,000 rockets and 150,000 rockets. Though, again, many of those rockets have been destroyed, there are still rockets that remain, and they are being shot at Israel every single day. The city of Haifa in the north of Israel has become, on some level, like the new Sderot, being attacked almost daily. Sirens going off in Haifa and around Haifa, with civilians going into bomb shelters multiple times every single day. And sometimes those rockets fall and they're not taken out, they're not destroyed by Israel's defense system, the Iron Dome. And just yesterday, a synagogue was hit in Haifa, destroying it completely. Thank God nobody was inside, nobody was hurt. But still, this past week, we have seen people getting injured from running to bomb shelters, injured from shrapnel, from the landing of rockets. Even those that got shot down by the Iron Dome, sometimes pieces still fall into the ground and can cause damage. And both soldiers and civilians being killed in the north of Israel as a result of this ongoing conflict with Hezbollah in Lebanon, specifically inside Lebanon. This past week, one day, we saw 7 soldiers being killed on one day, a tragedy, a horrible tragedy for the state of Israel in this ongoing war. But Israel continues to fight this war because they know that this is the only way to restore peace and security to the north, to the south, and really to the entire country, and that these are terrorist organizations that once and for all have to be eliminated from across the border of Israel in order to ensure a safe and secure future for Israel. It's very interesting to see that Iran still has not decided to attack Israel, and news is that they probably won't right now because of the elections in America. They're more scared now that Trump will be coming into office and rethinking their plan, let's say, refiguring out their plan. So that's only a positive thing for Israel. Israelis have been a bit on eggshells for the past many weeks to see if and when, how, what is it going to be if and when Iran attacks. And right now it seems for the moment that most likely won't happen. So that's a very positive shift in this ongoing war against our terrorist enemies. Those are the updates from this past week. As always, we continue to appreciate your prayers, your support, your thoughts for Israel, and know that there are thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of Israelis who are in the reservists, in reserve duty, who have literally spent hundreds of days this past year out of their homes, away from their families, away from their jobs, away from their wives, away from their kids, in order to be on the front lines fighting this war. Without the reserve duty, without the reserve soldiers, Israel cannot win this war. So we have great appreciation and gratitude towards them. Something that is not simple, but something that they know needs to happen in order to ensure a bright and successful, peaceful and safe and secure future for Israel and its people. Wishing you all the best and be well.